Well, hi there. Welcome back to the Everything Else Extravaganza. I am your host, Tim, and I'd like to welcome my co-host, Darren.
Hello, Tim.
Hi, Darren. How you doing today?
We're doing great today.
So we wanted to do kind of a little short R.I.P. to some of the people that we lost this year. I know there's a couple that stand out to me, and I know there's a couple that stand out to you. But yeah, you just want to get us started on some of the famous people that we've lost in the year 2025?
Yeah, so unfortunately, we've lost a lot of great actors and actresses and celebrities and people that would have really impacted our life and pop culture and America as a whole. They've really, without their sort of not I want to say swagger, but let's say charisma that and that's definitely what carries an actor or celebrity or whatever is the charisma, and these guys, actor and actresses had it quite a bit. So we'll start off with Gil Gerard, and we all know who Gil Gerard was TV's Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers. Yeah, I didn't even know he died until I just looked. Looks like he just died in the middle of December.
Yeah, just recently, unfortunately. Yeah. So all of us of a certain age know that Buck Rogers was one of the best TV shows out there at the time. At the time, of course.
Yeah.
You look back on it, it's a little bit hokey now, but at the time it was great.
Yeah,
it was very groundbreaking, and it was very expensive.
I liked Buck Rogers, actually.
I loved it, and
the
I still do.
and
And the Buck Rogers, just the whole series and world. I'm surprised they haven't rebooted that. I mean, you reboot everything else, but not a great series like Buck Rogers. I mean, that has everything, Twiggy and maybe they did, and I just don't know about it, but they probably did and messed it up, so no one cares anymore. That's probably what happened. Is
maybe it's too expensive or something.
They probably messed with it so much no one could even watch it anymore. So.
Yeah.
So
I know one for me that stands out was Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yes, Malcolm Jamal Warner from, of course, from the Cosby
Show. Theo. It's like when he passed, because he's only he was just a couple years older than me.
Right.
When people around my age pass, I always get nervous.
Yeah,
it's like, was it natural causes, but unfortunately he had drowned while he was on vacation.
Yeah.
Not that I was relieved, but I'm like, okay. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, of course, we just recently the Rob Reiner and his wife.
That was crazy.
Crazy. I mean,
getting murdered like that by their kid. The kid.
Right. That was just really.
Of course, another one was the Cary Hiragawa Tagawa, which he was he was in Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Sam's son. I can't even fucking say that. Shang's son. There we go.
Yeah.
Studio?
Somewhere. Studio. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. He was in, and he'd been in some other movies as well. He
was in License to Kill.
You're right. Right. Yeah.
Balls of Fury.
Right. Yes.
So I mean, I'll remember him from, I think it was the Brandon Lee movie. Wasn't he in Showdown in Little Tokyo?
Oh, right.
Or was it the Sean Connery one, the Rising Sun? I forget which one of those he was in. But
with Black Rain, wasn't that Black Rain with Michael Keaton and
yes.
But anyways, we're getting off subject here. So of course we have Lonnie Anderson. Lonnie Anderson was truly one of my crushes, and been in love with Lonnie Anderson my entire life. She was so beautiful and so funny, and
girl.
she was So guys of a certain age will know, just love her. And Sally Kirkland died. She was.
Looks like she was in Bruce Almighty.
Yeah. She was. Yeah.
Looks like she was in Three's Company too.
Three's Company, and she'd been in a lot of things. And then, of course, we have. I'm trying to think here
because I know the Peter Green.
Yeah.
Zed from
Zed. Yes, Zed. Peter Green, Zed, and
he was in The Mask too.
right, and Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
You know, he was in that. I mean, he was a great actor. Diane Ladd,
Yeah.
who was in, you know, she was what's her name's mom.
Because I know, let's see, Diane. I remember Diane, like I said, Diane Keaton also died too.
Yeah.
Diane.
Oh, she's Laura Dern's mom.
Oh, okay.
Laura Dern's mom. And she was in Wild at Heart. Did you ever see Wild at Heart? She was her mom in Wild at Heart. She
Wasn't that with Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage, yeah.
I saw it once.
She's actually been in a lot of movies, if you know. So
Because that was a James Lynch movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a little bizarre.
yeah.
Robert Redford, I forgot he passed away too.
Yep.
He seems like when he passed away, it didn't really.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't the fanfare, I guess.
It wasn't the fanfare, yeah. For such a big actor, for all the stuff that he's done over the, yeah. I mean, he was pretty huge over the. I mean, let's not forget Ozzy Osbourne.
No, that's true. Yeah, I forgot. Well, I mean, I will say I didn't forget Ozzy's death. I'm surprised he lived as long as he did. Which, of course, you know, we have to Hulk Hogan. He also passed.
Hogan. Yep.
I one of my favorite jokes I heard about. I guess shouldn't say a joke about his passing, but a joke kind of affiliated with that the Hulkster may have liked is when the doctor pronounced Hogan dead. They stood silently for a couple of minutes to make sure his head didn't start shaking and his fists start pumping, and he Hulk back up. You know how he'd always.
Oh right, yeah. When
Hulk back up. Just kidding.
When he was getting pinned or something,
Yeah.
He looked like he was out.
Kick out and
so Ace Frehley.
Ace Frehley. Good old Ace.
Yep. Diane Keaton.
Yeah, that one was a.
She, she's been in some. I wasn't a big Woody Allen guy. I don't know. Not that I just never really watched Woody Allen when I was a kid. And I guess you kind of need to watch Woody Allen when you're in your 20s and 30s to really get Woody Allen.
I was never a big Woody Allen.
So I never really watched Woody Allen and I really didn't have any access to, so I don't really know any of his movies. So, but, and of course, Jane Goodall died. The Gorillas in the Mist.
Yeah, the Gorillas.
Yeah. So,
of course, all you Seattle Seahawk fans from the '80s, Kenny Easley, he passed away.
That's right, Kenny Easley. Unfortunately,
he was one of my favorites as a kid. I had the old Kenny Easley poster, the Enforcer, and
right.
I remember my aunt lived in Seattle, and she was like, "Oh, you want a Seahawk jersey for your birthday?" And I'm like, "I would love one." And she's like, "Which one?" And I'm like, "Kenny Easley." And she's like, "Oh, you don't want Steve Largent?" I'm like, "No, I want Kenny Easley." Of course, I was thinking because maybe Steve Largent jerseys were everywhere,
right?
So I never got the Kenny Easley jersey.
Yeah,
so
it's yeah. So yeah, I mean the Terrence Stamp.
Yeah, that's right. He was Zod on the first
Zod.
Superman movies.
Yes, Zod. And he was not only was he Zod, he was in lots of movies. I mean, he was in lots of movies. But yeah, most notably as Zod. He and the guy who was in Ace Ventura.
Yes, I just saw that. Udo.
Yeah.
Odo.
Ace Ventura was definitely, he was the kind of the.
Yeah, he was the Udo Kiera.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ventura. I have that toilet looking at it. Yes. Had I been drinking out of it, I would have been killed.
Yes, if I'd been drinking out of it, I would have been killed. So, yeah. I mean, those are just so, we can't do all of them because there's just so many people. That's just, I mean, we were just really just trying to highlight some of our the people that, sort of.
Yeah, that we grew up watching.
And stuff. And yes, and just to give them, so. Oh, and Alfie Wise. We've talked about the Cannonball, Smokey and the Bandit movies and all that. He was also part of the the Burt Reynolds,
The film crew or the cast.
The crew of guys that were in all those movies together. So he was one of those guys that was definitely in good with Hal Needham and Burt and all those guys. So they all made movies together. So, which I always loved the fact that that's definitely one of the parts I love about that movie is that they were all good buddies. So
yeah, it definitely helps with the performances when you see the guys working together a couple times, and
right.
they just are able to play off each other. And,
yeah. So, but luckily most of these, they had long lives. Most of these guys are at least, made it to their 80s.
They had long and fulfilling lives, I would like to think. But
the one that Rick Hurst died. He was Cletus on Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh yeah, huh.
Yeah, I didn't even know that one.
Yeah, I missed that one.
That's a new one for me, but yeah, and that one went by, and of course, most of you might not know who that is. He was only on one show, so
yeah.
And of course, that's all I know him from.
Right, I remember him from too. I mean,
yeah. So, but I do want to say the gal who was young gal who was in. Like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and
she was in
Euro Trip.
Yeah,
and that's what I knew her from was Euro Trip.
Yeah,
and which is such an underrated movie.
Oh, absolutely.
That is such a funny movie.
It's one of my favorite.
It's one of my favorite movies. So, but what's her name?
Rachel.
I'm sorry, I'm not getting your name right. I can't. I had it here a second ago, and I've lost it. And I just want to make sure we give homage to her because she died young. And
yeah, Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yes, Michelle Trachtenberg, Berg. Yeah,
Trachtenberg. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, Michelle. We
right.
R.I.P. We you're definitely. Oh, and oh man, we almost forgot the biggest one. Besides George Wendt.
Oh, that's right. I remember seeing that. I was sad. I really was sad because
I was sad. Yeah,
he's probably one of my favorite television characters of all time.
Absolutely, hands down. Norm was one of the greatest television characters of all time. He's up there with.
I was thinking about it. There's always for me that will always be the Cheers Seinfeld.
Yes. Yes.
What do you like better? And I think. You can also argue too. It's like who was a better character, Kramer or Norm?
Right, right.
I think honestly, Norm didn't do a lot.
Right. Well, I was about to say he's as big as Kramer. You know what I mean? As far as like, just popularity wise, or
and his comedic timing, and the writing and all that. Yeah.
On the screen and everything.
I think as far as doing more, Kramer did more, but as far as like even Norm was more fleshed out, where he did have heart. He was funny and he was, the married man and everything. Yes. But R.I.P. George Wendt.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's such a bummer to see all of our
And I kind of feel too as we get older. Thus is life. That's kind of the part of it is. But as we get older, we tend to lose more people that we grew up with. I notice for me personally, like when someone does pass, it's just like, wow, they were just I just saw them then, or I didn't realize they were that old, or and it's
and this relates to our other podcast. Ted Kochief, the director of First Blood. Died.
Did he die this year?
Yeah, and of course he not only that, but he created the masterpiece that is Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah. So
plus, I figure too nowadays, kind of when you, I guess, see celebrity passings for a year. It doesn't take a lot for a person to be a celebrity this year, or I'm sorry, a celebrity in this time. Oh, I was on Big Brother season 12. Okay, so I guess you're a celebrity,
right?
And it's like, no, I want like celebrities. I want old time celebrities. I don't care about reality personalities or but that's just me. I'm kind of a
So Richard Chamberlain. So if you've ever seen the King Solomon mines from the 80s, or Shogun from the 80s, or Thornbirds, or that guy was everywhere in the 80s.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true. I haven't seen that movie for probably since I was a kid.
Yeah,
actually.
He was also in the Three Musketeers, the original Three Musketeers series. There was like 3 or 4. I think there was like 3 movies made in the 70s with like Raquel Welch and you know.
Oh, it looks like David Lynch died this last year too.
Oh yeah.
Wild.
Yes. So George Foreman.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I didn't know George Foreman passed away. So yeah, and of course, you know, let's not forget. We need to end on. You know, we're going to have to end on a high note here, sort of. But I don't know about a high note,
right.
but I guess we'll go out. You know how when they're in a movie, you got the stars at the beginning, and then you sort of put the co-stars in the middle, and then at the very end, you'll put like the star again. We'll have the very end. So I think we'll go ahead and bookend this with one of the biggest stars. That is Gene Hackman.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to say, I know we did a little thing about Gene Hackman on YouTube, but yeah, you can't leave out Gene Hackman as far as, you know, being recognized. Or, yes. I mean, honestly, if we want to, you know, Val Kilmer.
I was going to say Val Kilmer, too. Let's not forget Val Kilmer, because we'll finish it off with those two.
We gave them a little love, but you know what? We can give them a little more, because it's only fitting, really.
Yep, so we'll end it with those two, because, like I said, you kind of bookend it, and you don't get too bigger than those guys.
Yeah.
You know, Val Kilmer and Gene Hackman are pretty much the quintessential biggest stars of their genre.
Yeah.
And
you know, definitely the biggest impact, you know, for me as far as, you know, movie going, you know, because Superman, the motion picture, Gene Hackman, of course, and you have Top Gun for, you know, Val Kilmer and.
Oh.
Yeah,
I will throw one more in as a sidebar here that we just cannot let go. Bob Uecker.
Oh, that one. If there was one that made me really sad, it was definitely Bob Uecker. At the time of his passing, I was on a Bob Uecker thread on Instagram where they were showing Bob Uecker clips, stories, his speeches he did, or his speech, I should say, for when he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. His appearances on the Tonight Show. That dude was one of the funniest. I mean, Major League.
Let's not forget Mr.
You know,
Belvedere.
Yeah.
It was a horrible show, but he made it worth watching because he was so funny. The show was stupid.
The show was terrible.
Terrible show.
Yeah.
He made it worth watching. But of course, like I've stated before, I watched about anything back then anyways.
Yeah. This is before cable, you know.
So yeah, it's 3 channels. You're staring at the wall.
Right.
So the people don't understand the Miller Lite commercials that him
phenomenal.
and Rodney would do. Those were, you know, in a time when we don't even really watch commercials, certain commercials became part of the lexicon of America. And he definitely him and Rodney would help do that with those Miller Lite commercials.
Oh yeah. I mean,
those became, you know, less filling, taste great.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just,
there's still lines I use to this day, you know, when I love, one of my favorite ones is when he's at the ball game. He's like, you know, when I'm at the ball game, I like watching the ball game and having a nice cold Miller Lite. And he's making his way to the front row and they're, you know, like stepping on people's toes and they're like, hey, who are you? You know, and security comes and gets him and he's like, oh, you know, we need to take you to your assigned seat. And that's when he's like, oh, I must be in the front row.
Yeah, I
and
must be in the front row.
And all of a sudden it pans out and he's at the very, very top and he's yelling, he's missed the tag. He missed the tag. I say that shit all the time. Yeah. We must be in the front row.
We must be in the front row. So I encourage everybody to go look those old up on YouTube, those Miller Lite commercials with Bob Uecker. They're just so much fun.
He's just
they're just fun.
He was so quick, just storyteller, and like I say, Major League is still
Major
is a
League.
good movie, but
one of the
he makes
best
it the
comedies.
best movie.
Yeah.
You know? So
like no one's listening anyway.
right, yeah. You know, it's
Yeah, his lines, he steals the show for sure.
yeah. So I wanted to do one quick, you know, I guess we didn't really want to end on death. I wanted to kind of run a little state of the pod. We figure at the end of the year we'll kind of do the state of the pod, let you, the listener, know, you know, what to expect in the coming year. I wanted to take a moment to thank everybody for checking us out over the last year plus. I mean, really, we started in November 2024, but 2025 is when we really got our feet wet or I guess ears wet or feet dirty or who knows what, and kind of found our stride. And, you know, I just wanted to, again, take a moment to thank everybody for checking us out. And if you've returned, you know, hey, thanks for returning. And we didn't run you off with our inability to sometimes communicate sentences, and you know, we're learning, and I feel as we go along we're getting a lot sharper. And you know, it's I like the short form that we're doing, that you're listening to here, to kind of keep it a weekly basis, so we're not going months and months without giving you something to check out. And so, but yeah, as far as our numbers are doing a lot better than I ever thought, honestly. You know. Well,
and please give us your feedback and let us know what you're thinking and how you like our new format, and let us know if you have any topics or anything that you want us to discuss and get into, and we're more than happy to take some suggestions and decide which way we're going to go.
Yeah, and I feel, you know, going into the new year, I feel like we're really hitting our stride. You know, we've kind of came to an idea of what we'd like to do, and I feel, you know, I can't speak for you. I have the feeling that, you know, we're getting a good schedule. Mm-hmm. You know, we're going to try to still keep coming at you weekly. So
yeah, we appreciate you listening, and yeah, we like this new format, and we're trying to just make it as much as consumable for the audience as possible.
Yeah, and, you know, and so like I say, you know, Darren had mentioned, if you want to reach out to us, you can email us at arnoldorstallone@gmail.com, and there's a YouTube channel that we're slowly tinkering with. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a work in progress, but you can check us out there too at the Arnold Stallone podcast at YouTube. You know, we got some videos on there, and you know, if you want to maybe send it to a friend and be like, hey, these two jokers are talking about something cool, or these two guys don't know what the hell they're talking about, that's cool too. You know, so we're all adults here, so
that's right. But we can take it.
Yeah. So, you know, we're not going anywhere. We're really looking forward to the new year to, you know, keep the discussion going and hopefully come up with topics that are interesting or entertaining. And, you know, and like I say, we're the Arnold or Stallone podcast, or we'll keep monthly. And so, you know,
and everything extravaganza will still be weekly.
It'll still be weekly, and then we'll get a one-on-one with Tim every once in a while to kind of help fill in the lulls there. But for the most part, we're not going anywhere. And if that's music to your ears, cool. And if you're a hate listener, hey, that's cool too. Listen out of spite, fuck you.
No, we'll take them all.
So. But yeah, so like I said, I just wanted to kind of give a little update of what to expect in the coming year. And yeah, we got some good stuff coming for you. So
thanks for your listening, and we appreciate it. And have a great year.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week.